Poppy Playtime revolves around a toy company named Playtime Co. One of their main toys that they broadcast is called Poppy.
More on that later.
Chapter 1 starts off with us, an ex-employee, getting an envelope in the mail with a note saying everyone thinks the staff disappeared 10 years ago.
We're still here. Find the flower.
We enter the factory being greeted with a VHS tape for trespassers from Les Pierre, a useful tool called a grab pack, and their first smiling face, Huggy Wuggy. Nothing seemed off until we needed a key, and somehow suspiciously, we proceed through the chapter getting more of a background on Playco entirely and discovering that our blue slender giant we've seen is more lively than we think. We go through a couple more puzzles to access a door until suddenly, we duck, dodge, and maneuver through a conveyor belt vent, all the while Huggy Wuggy gives chase. We eventually get the upper hand on him by bringing a crate on the fragile path in front of us and the monster himself. We progress through the red flower, down a few hallways, and eventually approach a glass case housing the Poppy doll. Once we open the case, the lights start to flicker and the doll's eyes open as she says,
"It's free real estate."
You opened my case.
We wake up in a room alone and we proceed to the next section. As we tread through the ominous childlike hallways, we hear someone guiding us.
This way.
As we travel through the hallway, we stumble upon Elliot Ludwig's office. We find a tape learning that he was the founder of Playtime Co. and the newfound knowledge of his deceased daughter. We also discover a note about some mysterious goo called Poppy Gel having the ability to give life-bringing properties. We eventually find the formerly prisoned doll named Poppy. We assist on helping her bring the power back on as she thanks us and informs us of a train that can get us and her out of the factory. We find her near a couple of doors and a sinkhole.
Listen, I'm going to need you to trust me.
We jump in after her going down a slide, and when we exit, we are greeted with other slides with higher up employees. Stella Graber is the leader of the game station, Les Pierre holds down innovation, and research goes to Eddie M.N. Ritterman, and one miscellaneous door that is in charge of production. A couple of puzzles later, and we proceed to a door that needs a red hand. We go to reach for it, and
A new playmate! It's so numb. Isn't this exciting, Poppy? Very exciting, Mommy.
she mocks us while holding our fragile meal ticket while also challenging us to 3 separate games while giving us a bit of motivation.
Obey the rules, or I'll tear you apart and eat your insides while you're still alive.
We continue through 2 games known as Musical Memory and Whack-A-Wuggy before getting stuck in a yellow railroad room. We notice that there is a red lever that needs to be pulled for us to progress, but as we look upon, a familiar silhouette stares back at us. As we look at this alternate counterpart of Huggy Wuggy, the pink giant helps us by carefully pulling the lever down for us before leaving, giving us a look that tells us this will be the last time we'll be seeing her. We finally approach our last challenge called statues. Our threat? PJ Pugapillar.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't. But I've considered it.
As we look upon the cute, chilling, deadly gaze of this dog-bug hybrid, Mommy Longlegs gives us one last somewhat stable monologue on who she was and why she seems so irritated.
It was always so sad to see the kids go. They called me Mommy because I was the closest thing they ever had to one. But they come for games and never come back. They left Mommy to die alone. Mommy didn't deserve that. But you worked here. So if anyone deserves to die alone, it's you.
We go through the challenge while leaving Pugapillar in the dust, and we swiftly escape in an observation room. The more we go deeper into the underground parts of Playco, the more Mommy Longlegs becomes more unstable.
The game is over. Come back and Mommy will give you the code. Pinky promise.
I asked you to play fair, and you cheated! I hate cheaters! Now, we're going to play one last game! It's called Hide and Seek! 10, 9.
We evade her by running and hiding, making her lose interest in us. We proceed to the next doorway to continue to the end. All seems well.
What have you done? You make me part of you! You can't do this to me!
We would eventually free Poppy while also noticing her different demeanor.
Did you kill her? Good.
We would hop on the train and put in the code. We are nearing the end to our escape, but unfortunately, Poppy has different plans for us.
To lose. I'm sorry. I can't let you leave. I've never met anyone like you. Do you know how long I've been stuck in that case? Well, too long. I had so much time to think and reflect. Time to figure out exactly what I would do when free. We'll set things right. Terrible things have happened. But I know that whatever I need you to do, you're capable. We will.
Before she can finish, something seems to cut off her transmission as we are coming to a dangerous pace. We are forced to pull the emergency brake and crash the train. Before we black out fully, the last thing we see is the ominous word, Playcare.
What's the time? Playtime! S-M-I-L-E every day! When you are down and out, no need to frown, 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 frown and pout. The smiley face is S-M-I-L-E every day!
Your children are not safe with catnip.
We begin the chapter by being dragged by a looming four-legged feline monster dropping us down a trash compactor. We avoid getting trashed.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And making our way to a room with a ringing phone.
Hey, can you hear me? You look kinda lost. I don't want you to die, so I'm gonna help you.
As we seem to gain a new companion, he lends a hand by giving us a battery that opens a door which leads us to the crash site and supposedly where he found us.
I guess that's where Catnap found you. I know you're probably mad at Poppy for not letting you escape, but she needs you. We need you.
We eventually complete some puzzles and make our way to a cart ride which takes us to a place called
Play Care, our very own on-site orphanage. But it's not only that. It's a school, a playhouse, a place to belong.
After exiting the car, Ollie gives us a key to the gas production zone. This area powers the building by a substance called red smoke. Red smoke was the substance that was put into catnap toys that would cause children to have nightmares, but it seems to have a pressure power property. He also tells us by redirecting the red smoke to the other chambers, it will give us access to go head to tail with catnap. We try to redirect the smoke, but unfortunately the power goes out, leading us to go to the power generators which are located in Home Sweet Home. Home Sweet Home was used as an orphanage for the children that were kept in play care. We enter the building and we are forced to progress through red smoke. As we walk through the empty childish hallways, we hear from a radio station that a small boy was found dead in a body bag on the estate of Elliot Ludwig. Crucial parts of the boy's body, like the bones and the organs, were missing. As we continue, we get another call from Ollie getting our next task.
You need to run.
No! No! No!
We find a tape in the kids' room and we proceed to play it. The video seems to be dedicated towards new employees of the company, but it switches tones as it directs its attention towards us.
Welcome home.
We wake up from a nightmare that seems to be caused by the red smoke. We got our hands on a gas mask to nullify the effect of the red smoke, but as we progress through the orphanage, we notice something stayed from the nightmare. We eventually activate the generator in Home Sweet Home and we walk out to continue to our next destination.
No! Let go! They didn't do anything wrong. We're actually here to help. This place makes her tense. I'm glad that Ollie could help you get this far. He's the reason we found you at all.
We eventually get a new objective on killing the prototype when this is all said and done. Once we wrap up with Poppy and Kissy, Ollie calls and directs us to the schoolhouse. We go into the schoolhouse, and as we try to complete our task, a humanoid plastic teacher named Miss Delight chases us down. Only problem for her is she didn't listen to the saying, "Don't let the door hit you on the way out." We proceed through some underground tunnels and we stumble upon something very bizarre. Catnap will be seen praying and honoring some shrine or amalgamation of toys and toy parts that are stuck together. After seeing that unpleasant sight, we make our way to the playhouse where we stumble upon a large dog-like thing named Dog Day. He seems to be on par with sentience as Catnap, but the difference is Dog Day greets us with kindness despite the conditions he's in. He says he's the last of the smiling critters and that Catnap did this to him because he did not believe in the prototype and its beliefs. Before we can get any more useful information out of him, he begs us to run as we watch him be forcefully stuffed by the small smiling critters.
Torments? Oh no. Oh no! Leave me. Please, just go! Run!
We merely escape as we come back to Playcare as Ollie informs us of Catnap's background.
See, before Catnap turned into Catnap, I guess there was some pretty serious accident. He almost died, but they say that the prototype saved his life, giving up his own freedom in the process. In Catnap's eyes, the prototype is a superhero and has saved this place. So Catnap treats him like a god, killing everyone that opposes him, us included.
We then proceed to the counselor's office to get the last generator going, but as we progress, we notice something off. We disregard the feline fiend and tread forward. Going into the next section, we need our gas mask to gain the battery and go into the office. We leave and notice that all the power is gone. Ollie fixes this by giving us a battery to plug into the gas production zone, but before we can insert it, we charge up our hand receiver while fending off Catnap. Once charged, we shoot the green hand at him. We leave the area and meet up with Poppy once more.
You're here. And you've done it again. The impossible. Just like I knew you would. Catnap's gone. The red smoke is diverted. Everything is falling into place, thanks to you. But if we're to keep going, then you deserve to have the truth. You came back because of your coworkers. You want to know what happened and why. This is your answer. We called it the hour of joy.
We watch the VHS tape as all toys, large and small, gruesomely attack humans, co-workers, and managers alike.
I remember hearing every moment of it. It went on so long, so agonizingly long. I tried to hide, to run, anything to stay alive. I remember their cries. What's going on? Why is this happening? What are those things? Senseless slaughter, that's all it really was. They killed everyone. The guilty, the innocent, didn't matter. All that death didn't fix anything. And then, once it was all over, they dragged those corpses down below where they'd never be found. And they ate the bodies to stay alive. Prototype has to die. For this. For everything.
Once finished, we hop on a lift to proceed to the next section, but while heading down, sadly, things go wrong.